Be the wet monkey object selection of your narcissistic libido lava dreams with Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Time now for Cerebus, issue 280, the 15th chapter of Latter Days. Königsberg, the not-so-good Samaritan, has come to Cerebus to give him a translated copy of the sacred Torah passed down by his ancestors, thus fulfilling a promise to the prophet Rick to do so. When questioned why it took one of his lineage so long to bring it to him, since it's been 68 years since the Zionist regime ended, Königsberg reveals that he's the first of his line to not be distracted by the fairer sex so soon and heir an offspring in which to foist the Torah responsibility onto. So Cerebus proceeds to read the Torah with a magnifying glass and immediately bursts out laughing at the concept of a talking snake. With quite a bit to read, Cerebus has his wise fellows put Königsberg up in Koshi's old place. There, he spends the better part of a year studying the psychotherapy writings of Sigmund Freud, applying them to himself and his inability to attract female attention. Cerebus eventually has his wise fellows summon Königsberg as he begins to dictate commentaries on the first book of Moshe. There, Cerebus reads aloud the Torah from the very beginning, starting with "in the beginning." Each and every line gets elaborated upon by Cerebus in extreme detail. He soon formulates a belief that a part of God separated from him and became a separate being. Cerebus even rips out a part of the ancient text, believing that it doesn't belong there. It was planted by Adam after eating the bad fruit. Königsberg listens and offers a few interjections as Cerebus continues to commentate, focusing on the usage of pronouns in the following verses to determine what belongs to God and what belongs to the part of God that broke off and isn't God. How will Cerebus react when Königsberg reveals to him the Tetragrammaton, the ineffable name of God? Königsberg is a parody of the filmmaker Woody Allen, whose birth name was Alan Stewart Königsberg. It helps to have at least some superficial knowledge of him and his works and his life in order to get a lot of the in-jokes that will be coming your way as we go along. Personally, I've never seen any of his movies, but except for What's Up Tiger Lily. I saw that when I was much younger and I have it on DVD, but I enjoyed that one. But it's impossible because of the fact that he's been parodied so often in so many media that it's impossible not to hear his voice in my head when I read Königsberg's dialogue. This portion of Latter Days, from here until pretty much the end of the book, are presented like a movie. We start out with title cards and we get widescreen images replete with subtitles evocative of European cinema. We even get a few page or so of panels done as if the movie were showing on a TV screen. It's quite unique, the whole thing, and it adds a bit of flavor to what could otherwise be very basic and standard. This portion of the Latter Days, known as the exegesis, is pretty much, I would say, the most divisive part of the 6,000-page Cerebus storyline. You've got the very small little type, and you've got the sheer volume of words per page, and even the topic can be a challenge to many readers. But as a first part of this, by itself, this one isn't that bad at all. It's actually a good issue. At least it is, and you think, oh, it's not that bad. You know, I enjoyed the issue on its own. But then you realize you've got 7 more of the exact same thing to come. Yes, 7. Next time, who knew the earth was submissive?